Well, welcome back, booktubers. This is Margaret. Welcome to my channel. And today, it's an authortube day. So, as I said in my September introduction to booktube, basically, I'm both a reader and a writer, and so I'm going to be treating this as 3/4 reader, 1/4 writer, because that seems about right in terms of time commitments. And so today's an authortube day. Since I can't download all my backstory at once, because that'd be super long and end up being boring, and it would be too much at once, so I'm going to skip explaining all my backstory and do what I see other people on YouTube doing, which is just start where you are, give you a piece, and if you want to binge videos, then you'll get the eventual bigger picture. So here we go. AuthorTube video for today is about my current writing habits. So we just talked about current work in progress, and this is how I am writing that work. So right now, well, no, not right now. Since April, I think I started on my birthday, I have been writing in the evening, which is weird. So like between 7 and 8:30 is when I go, oh, now it's time to write. I need to get something down before I fall asleep because I'm such an early riser and I can't really write beyond 9:30. I know, you're all laughing at me now. My daily goal is 3 pages, but it's handwritten. Yeah, I know. But I started this during the quarantine, and really, what do we all have during quarantine? Well, us single people living alone. We have loads of time, so yeah, I was like, why not handwrite this? Because I'm on a screen talking with people on Zoom, doing emails, so much, and I never get to see people. I'm gonna get off the screen and try to work in a book. So, current writing habits, started in this book. It's all finished! Isn't it kind of crazy to look at all that, like, writing now in this day and age? I'm glad my tea alarm didn't go off when I was talking, so I would have to refilm. And then this is the second book, second little journal thing, and it's only got a little bit filled up there. Still got plenty to go. I think it'll probably be more than this by the end, because I wasn't halfway when I shifted over. But these books were originally meant to be travel journals when I went on a trip with my mom, and they're nice, but I got them at Marshall's and they were, not expensive. But she was like, I'm not carrying this around. And I was like, fair point. So we got like little skinny journals, and, we were gone for a couple weeks, so it was not anything, we didn't need anything big like this, so good call, Mom. So, and then the last little piece I was going to let you in on was the outline. So, I'm not a very good planner when it comes to author planning. I'm more of what they call a pantser, which means you invent it as you go along and you discover what the plot is as you're writing through it. And then you go back and go, oh, okay, now that I know the ending, here's how I'm going to rearrange a few things or fill in a few holes. But when I started doing NaNo, National Novel Writing Month, I realized I had to outline some, or otherwise I'd just be flailing and not know what to research and just putter out during the November challenge. So I go through a series of outlines, basically. This is the most recent one. It's just very, as little detail as possible, because it's trying to get me to go from one chapter to another. Don't forget the main event, get from here to here to here to here. So that's me. My brain trying to be logical. Yeah, before that, this is the progression backwards. Before that, we had this. So I like using the big paper, and I like using pencil, so you can't really see anything on the video, sorry. But this was a little bit for backstory, a little bit of like events to go one to the next, and then like the next place, events to go one to the next. But things changed, and so having that level of detail was no longer helpful, so I had to boil it down. And then when we go one outline back, stepping back in time again, yeah, we have a different timeline. We had a lot more years to cover, which was just not working for me. I'm not going to go from 1893 to 1916 in this novel. Nope, not going to happen. So yeah, so my outlines evolve, and this is the lovely scratch paper I use. So those are my outlines. These are my drafts. And I had these in my bag to go when the fires were here and the smoke was everywhere and we were afraid we might be burnt out in Portland. Because I realized having a handwritten manuscript meant that I didn't have backup. So that's a little bit of my current writing routines. You've got 3 pages a day, handwritten in the evening with a sort of changing outline from April to October. And I don't know, what other sort of details are there for a writing habit? When I pick up where I left off, I read the 2 or 3 pages beforehand to remember where I was, and then just sort of keep going. I read research during the day in pockets, but I haven't done a deep dive for a month or 2. So that's just on the back burner while I'm doing this stuff. So you're welcome. Taking my time away from writing to do the booktube, which I saw discussed on some other videos, which was interesting. That is the bare bones of the current writing routine, and the reason I made all those faces at the beginning is because compare it to my previous routines, which are largely nano-dictated, which meant I had a job or a part-time job, and I was getting up at 4:30 or 5 in the morning to write in the morning before I went to work, and, take an hour, get 1,700 words, and on the laptop, because I didn't have time to rewrite. Whereas this, I have all the time. It was in the morning, it was on the laptop, and it felt very different. So it still feels pretty mechanical. I don't know that my habits have changed so much, but in those 2 sort of physical descriptors they have. Tell me about your writing habits. What do you think? Do these make sense? Do these sound crazy? Let me know. Talk to you later. Thanks for watching.